जय श्री कृष्णा, नमस्कार। आप सभी का स्वागत है एक बार फिर से हमारे बहुत ख़ास कार्यक्रम सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन विद साध्वी भगवती सरस्वती जी में, और मैं हूँ आपके साथ नेहा सर्वेश शुक्ला। बात हम कर रहे थे योग के एस्पेक्ट्स को लेकर। साध्वी जी ने बताया हमें पिछले एपिसोड में कि योग सिर्फ एक एक्सरसाइज तक ही सीमित नहीं है, योग बहुत कुछ है। योग हमें जीवन जीने का तरीका बताता है, या यूँ कहें हमारी हर उम्र में योग हमारी बहुत मदद करता है। आगे भी बहुत सारी बातें होंगी। हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं साध्वी जी। जय श्री कृष्ण साध्वी जी।
जय श्री कृष्ण।
अच्छा, अब मैं सिर्फ कोई सवाल नहीं पूछ रही हूँ आपसे, मैं सिर्फ आपसे ये जानना चाहती हूँ कि योग को लेकर और क्या वो इम्पॉर्टेंट है जो आप हमारे साथ शेयर करना चाहेंगी।
मुझे लगता है नेहा कि एक्चुअली योग इज द आंसर टू एवरीथिंग दैट एल्स अस। पिछले एपिसोड हम यम और नियम की बात कर रहे थे, एंड इफ वी टेक just this for right now, फिर हम आसन में आएंगे, फिर प्राणायाम में आएंगे, but if we just look at yam and niyam, it treats, cures everything that's afflicting us in our families, in our personal life, between nations. If we literally adopt the yamas and the niyamas in our life, we begin with our non-violence. So what I eat changes, how I shop changes, what I wear changes, how I interact with people changes. Then we establish ourselves in a commitment to truth. How many of us are living a lie? We're pretending to be something. We're putting on a show, we're wearing a mask, we're playing a role. But deep inside, we know it's not true. And this is where the depression and the frustration comes in. Aajkal there is such a crisis of water. हम लोग जल के बारे में इतनी conferences करा रहे हैं, इतना काम कर रहे हैं हम लोग जल को बचाने के लिए, खासकर शुद्ध जल. And yet, going back to non-veg for a moment, the practice of eating non-veg, the meat industry, actually is what is stealing the water. Do you know the same amount of water that you use in bathing every day for 6 months is the same amount of water that goes in the production of 1 meal of meat? इसका क्या मतलब? कि हर बार कि मैं मांस खाऊंगी, क्या मैं 6 महीने तक नहीं नहाऊंगी? And if I'm not prepared to make that sacrifice, then I should not eat the meat, because our world is suffering due to water. The next war is going to be over water. We know this. There's water shortages everywhere. Every year, more and more people across the globe are living in water-stressed situations. In just a few years, a huge percentage of India will not have the water it needs. But the water we have is being used to prepare meat. How? Well, first it has to grow the food. Then the animals eat it. Animals drink the water. They bathe also. Then when we kill them, it takes so much water to clean them, wo sare khoon ye matlab to get it clean, that the amount of water ultimately that goes into a meal of meat is 6 months worth of bathing worth. Chicken is about 1/3. Iska matlab hai ki you'd have to be prepared not to bathe for 2 months every time you eat chicken if you care about water. So I'm bringing this up when we talk about asteya, non-stealing. I may say I don't steal. मैंने कभी किसी की handbag की चोरी तो नहीं किया. But if through my actions I'm stealing the resources, I'm stealing the water, I'm stealing the food of the people with whom I share this planet, then it doesn't matter how long I can stand on my head in Trikonasana. It doesn't matter how much I can contort my body. It's not yoga. We steal each other's time. How much time do we waste of other people just gap maar rahe, gossip kar rahe, kisi ki burai, senseless talking. We steal time of each other's. We steal so much. So even just looking at these first three, if each of us in the world adopted just the first three, we could do actually an entire show on all 10 of these, but not right now. We'll stick with just these three for right now. If we all adopted those, our families would change. If I made a commitment to no violence, not in word, not in thought, not in deed, to no untruths, not even little white lies, no untruths, to not stealing, how would our world change? How would our families change? How would our communities change? How would our workplaces change? How much do we steal each other's work? You give an idea, main bug ke boss ke paas pahunch ke like it's my idea. I put my name first. It's stealing. It's stealing from you.
What people doing now?
That's why I'm saying yoga. You asked what role yoga could play in our lives. Well, most of us are thinking very small. We just think, अच्छा मुझे योग करना क्योंकि मुझे fit रहना. वो भी ठीक है. Fit तो रहना है. But not just fit in my body. Fit in my life. And then, if I commit myself, beginning with that, through the asana, through the pranayama, all the way up to samadhi, that my goal is samadhi, then suddenly, who got the raise? Who got the promotion? Who's in the spotlight stops being my first concern. Because अब मुझे समाधि तक पहुंचना है. मैं ध्यान करने वाली हूँ. ध्यान इसलिए था कि I can reach samadhi. So my highest goal stops being कि जो गाड़ी उसने खरीद ली है मुझे भी खरीदना है. जो घर उसने बनाया मुझे भी बनाना है. जो साड़ी वो पहन रही है मुझे भी पहनना है. We've set our goals very low. But if I dedicate my life to yoga, then suddenly my goal goes from being कि मुझे ये साड़ी पहनना, मुझे वो solitaire पहनना, मुझे भी लंदन जाना है शॉपिंग के लिए. My goal shifts from that to मुझे समाधि तक पहुंचना है. महासमाधि से पहले मुझे समाधि प्राप्त करना है. It's not after death. It's while we're living, while we're here. So yoga is our life, not just what we do on a mat.
Okay, तो यहाँ पर अगर मैं आपसे ये पूछूं कि ईश्वर तक पहुँचाने में या हमारा समाचार कोई मैसेज जो हम ईश्वर को देना चाहते हैं उस ईश्वर तक पहुँचाने में योग कितनी मदद करता है, उससे मिलवाने में कितनी मदद करता है?
Wonderful question. कृष्ण भगवान भगवद गीता में हमको बताते हैं कि योग purifies the self. Now this is very important. कहीं लिखा हुआ नहीं है. Yoga brings God.
बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं.
Right? Surya Namaskar does not bring the sun any more than yoga brings God. बल्कि ध्यान also does not bring God. Sadhana does not bring God any more than हमारे Surya Namaskar brings the sun. The sun is there. The sun is already there. But our curtains are closed. Yoga opens the curtains. So what yoga does in terms of Ishwar ko प्राप्त करना, पहले ईश्वर प्रणिधान. So that's the last of the niyamas. मैंने कहा कि हम वो साड़ी में नहीं जाएंगे, but you've raised the issue. So ईश्वर को प्राप्त करने से पहले, before we attain God, first I surrender to it. Ishwar Pranidhan. That's where our last niyam, Ishwar Pranidhan. I surrender to the divine. Surrender to the connection with the divine. That's the only way I'm going to reach samadhi. It's the only way that I'm going to attain God. But yoga does not bring God. Yoga, as Krishna Bhagwan says, purifies us taki the God that is always there. Main darshan kar paungi. That's what sadhana does. Sadhana cleans our windows. The sun is shining, sun is there, but हम लोग अंधेरा में हैं. अंधेरा में सूर्य नमस्कार कर रहे हैं, अंधेरा में सूर्य के मंत्र बोल रहे हैं, सूर्य पूजा कर रहे हैं कि जरा हे सूर्य भगवान आ जाओ. सूर्य भगवान आ गए, पर हमारे पर्दे बंद हैं. तो उस पर्दे को खोलने के लिए, that is yoga. Seeing God, connecting with God first. First I have to open the curtains. I have to purify myself of the violence, of the untruth, of the hoarding, of the lack of purity, of the laziness, of the attachments. That's what the yamas and the niyamas do. They remove that which is blocking us from God. My living in illusion, my living in violence, my living in untruth, my lack of purity, my lack of surrender, my lack of tapas. This is what's preventing me from experiencing God. God is there. But my curtains are made up of my ego, of my anger, of my attachments. Through yama niyam, we begin that purification process. Then, through our asana, through our pranayam, we purify the body as a vehicle. Because this body is the vehicle, the medium of my awakening, of my consciousness. Dhire, 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 we come to dhyan. I'm meditating upon God. Then, slowly, slowly, क्या होता? पहले there's me, and I'm meditating, मैं ध्यान कर रही हूँ भगवान के ऊपर. I'm meditating on God. Then, suddenly there's no more me, no more meditating, just God.
तो जो इंसान बहुत नेगेटिव थॉट्स रखता है अपने अंदर या बहुत नेगेटिव वो सोचता है दूसरों के बारे में हमेशा कि अच्छा इसने कर दिया, क्यों कर दिया, मैंने क्यों नहीं, तो इन तमाम चीज़ों को दूर करने में भी we can help योग.
Absolutely, yoga is the answer to that.
Okay.
Because in order to remove my negative thoughts, first I have to make a commitment. Look, negative thoughts, they don't come from bad water. It's not that I just need to shift from, bislari ki pani to some other type of pani and then my thoughts will change. They're not something I'm drinking, it's not something I'm because remember, that's untruth. And if I'm committed to Satyam, before I even get to Asana, in the yamas, the second one, Satyam, truth. Well, the truth is, you are spirit. I'm spirit. I'm consciousness, you're consciousness. So jealousy kahan se aayega? Competition kahan se aayega? Judgment kahan se aayega? Anger kahan se aayega? All these things come from the illusion that I am this body, that I am this identity, that I am what I look like, I am my role, I am my career, I am my bank balance. And that you are your body, you are your career, you are your bank balance, you are your role. And then my role and your role get into this drama. But when I realize that I'm not the role, I'm not the costume, I'm not the play, I'm the one wearing it. Dekho Neha, at the end of the day, any actor might play any villain or any hero, but at the end of the day, they go home, they wash off the makeup, they take off the costume, and they understand I am the one who plays that. They understand I'm not the villain, I'm not the hero, I'm the actor. Makeup, they wash it. That's what we need to do with our lives. We've become so identified with the roles we play कि हम भूल गए that it's a mask. हम भूल गए it's a costume. हम भूल गए कि this is just, it's a stage, it's a drama. We've started to really think I am that villain. I am that hero. I am that damsel in distress. Whatever role I play, I am that. No. I'm the one donning the costume. I'm the one donning the mask. I'm the one saying the lines. And when I recognize the truth of who I am, then there's no space for these negative thoughts. No villain, no actor who plays a villain goes home and feels miserable about what they did on the movie set. No actor who plays a hero goes home and feels like, wow, I'm the best. I saved the damsel in distress. Sabko pata hai yaar, it was just a drama.
बिल्कुल.
In the same way, all this competition, all this jealousy, all this judgment, the minute we realize ye to bas Bhagwan ki leela hai, so it all dissipates.
सच में वो भगवान की लीला है और हम उसकी कठपुतलियाँ, लेकिन हमें खुद को जानना होगा, क्योंकि योग का मतलब होता है जोड़ना. अब हम जब इसको अध्यात्म से जोड़ते हैं तो अध्यात्म आपको क्या सिखाता है कि आप खुद से अपनी पहचान कीजिए. खैर, आज के लिए सिर्फ इतना ही. बाकी आने वाले एपिसोड्स में आपको देंगे और भी जानकारी. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका जुड़ने के लिए. जय श्री कृष्ण.
Jai Shri Krishna.